Well, I think actually they were all influenced by the new wave. I mean, the range of influences on them is actually quite vast. I mean, Milius discovered Kurosawa when he was surfing in Hawaii. In fact, De Palma in the late 60s was talking about wanting to be the American Godard. I think Truffaut, Antonioni, I mean, if you look at a film like Conversation, I mean, blow-up's an obvious influence. So I think they absorbed a lot of influences from world cinema.
First and foremost were Hollywood films. That was the main thing, because I grew up experiencing those.
Ford and Hawks, Victor Fleming, Hitchcock and Wells.
British films.
David Lean.
Godard and the New Wave.
Godard.
Truffaut and Godard.
Godard and Truffaut and Louis Malle.
I like Philippe de Broca.
Michael Curtiz.
Francesco Rossi, and there was the first Bertolucci films.
Antonioni. Visconti.
Pennebaker, Leacock.
Shirley Clark.
The Maisels.
John Cassavetes.
All these kids were steeped in old Hollywood movies, you know, the movies of John Ford and Howard Hawks, and particularly in Hitchcock. The films were filled with homages to one director or another, or to one film or another, and often entire films, particularly in the work of Brian De Palma, became reworkings of, in De Palma's case, of Hitchcock's films.
The prize. Hey, now you know you're not supposed to cut the cake until you make a wish and blow out the candle.
Well, I was very interested in that period in my career of learning how to express things as clearly in film images as possible, and many directors, of course, drawn to Hitchcock. So I patterned something very much like Psycho, and then created ways of characters observing each other and following each other and learning all this specific Hitchcock vocabulary. What is cinema, and how do you express things in purely cinematic terms without trying to use other forms, which are basically me talking to the camera?
I think it did become a limitation, and even somebody like De Palma would say later in the 80s, after he worked off of some strong scripts like Scarface and Untouchables and Casualties of War, he, I think, eventually realized that he needed a stronger grounding in script than he had recognized, 5 years, 10 years earlier.